EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the LA Chargers. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already here, they'll audible to something else.
Hey, go Lion.
Now the 7-year veteran, Austin Eckler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. Bulldozes past him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Here's Herbert now on second down. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. In motion right, that's Williams. Running on first down, Eckler. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Let's go.
First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, such a great week 1 matchup here, the Dolphins and Chargers. And fairly or unfairly, these 2 QBs are going to be measured against one another probably for the rest of their careers. Remember, Tua was the number 5 overall pick in 2020, and Justin Herbert followed him at number 6.
And let's add on to it because Joe Burrow went number 1 overall. He's led Cincinnati to 1 Super Bowl appearance. Jordan Love, also a first-rounder, getting his opportunity in 2023. And Jalen Hurts was a second-rounder with Philadelphia, and he's made it to the Super Bowl. So all in all, quite a class.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit for from this distance, so not a surprise, but there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And the rookie Darius Davis deep for the Chargers. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Herbert changing things up.
Let's go.
Eckler now between the tackles. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. Something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys, I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear?
They've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Returnable here for Davis. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hey, Kappa.
They snap it to Herbert. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They started on the ground with Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first round. Herbert on first down now. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. He got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Herbert now. He dumps it to Eckler underneath, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because
he's by himself, Keenan Allen, and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, 35 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That's out wide for Palmer. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they used to tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So the long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Again, it's H.A. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On play action, here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the left sideline.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Second and 10.
Crowd right. Crowd right.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Hey, go Lion. 5-9.
On first down, it's Herbert. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Ram.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. It's Eckler again. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 29 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now stands at 13. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a dump off here complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He'll hit Mostert again here. And he'll get it down here to the 43. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Chargers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now they're going to speed things up here. Now they'll shift things around. On first down, Justin Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But throwing with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
Tua going to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Davis now to return it. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Right. Hey, ram.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 116 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. And he'll fire this one deep for Eckler. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Boy, somehow, someone lost that running back downfield. He had acres of space, but this ball overthrown. And that's one you've got to be able to hit on.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler. Second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Berrios now from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. A-Chain here, they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Dolphins are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hey, go orange. Hey, go orange. Go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. They run up the gut with Kelly. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
166 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Kappa.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Up the middle with Eckler. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
59.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Touchdown! Keenan Allen from a yard out. And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tua. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, come on, two. Come on, two. Come on, two.
Tua to throw again. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's swung out to Mostert.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee.
Run! Ready.
And they will take a knee here. Always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single